I'm Katie Paine. I'm CEO of Katie Paine & Partners. We're a market research company based in Berlin, New Hampshire.
Fantastic. Now, you gave a great presentation today. I was wondering if people could walk away from that with just one thing. What would you like it to be?
Yes, we can measure social media. Just because there isn't a index or a universal or anything that relates to the way we used to measure media or advertising or public relations in the past, just because that doesn't exist does not make it unmeasurable. Somebody said, just because you can't measure it digitally, everybody says it's not measurable. No, it's very measurable. You just have to use analog things like asking people, counting sales, counting leads, using web analytics. It's not that complicated. Yes, you can measure it. It's just a question of applying the tools that we already have.
Now, if you were going to talk directly to our marketing readers and give them one piece of advice that they could implement right now in terms of measuring that, what would you tell them to do?
Integrate your social media activities with Google Analytics and tie the two together, and you'll be amazed what you can find out.
And how would you recommend integrating them?
Basically, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take your Google Analytics data and dump it into an Excel spreadsheet and use traditional correlations and other things to do some analysis. I mean, it's not, you're going to have to use analysis, statistics. It's scary. I know, it's really scary. But the truth is the fact that it's all very doable, and there's lots of expertise out there in this conference, everywhere else, that knows how to do this. It's just a question of reaching across the aisle, so to speak, and getting communications and marketing and web analytics and statistics and research all talking to each other.
Fantastic. One other note from your presentation, you were talking about there only being 27 types of conversations. Mm-hmm. Could you, one, what type of conversation is this?
This would be an interview. Right on.
That's what it's supposed
to be.
Just making sure we're on track. Could you tell me, from a marketer's perspective, how does knowing there's only 27 types of conversations impact what we do?
Well, for example, if you look at, I want to be on Facebook and I want to have a corporate, turns out that something, I believe it's 33% of the conversations on Facebook advertise something for sale, not something you, the corporate organization selling Coca-Cola. No, it's I'm trying to get rid of my bed or my sofa or my car or my cat. Many of the conversations that are taking place in social media today are, in fact, totally innocuous and irrelevant to marketing. I mean, it's exchanging a piece of personal information that nobody cares about. It is, it's advertising. A lot of it is sharing media. Now, here's the other piece of it, which is, I believe it's 25% is sharing media and another 20% is sharing traditional media. So video and YouTube and stuff like that is a big chunk, but so are articles from New York Times and CNN.
Right.
So those are the conversations you want to care about. The exchanging personal information and the what ads, you probably don't. And if you go into the analysis of this fire hose and say, well, wait a minute, 50% I don't have to pay attention to, and here's the 50% I can pay attention to, and I want to look for these things. I want to look for expressing dismay, expressing criticism, voicing criticism, expressing surprise, things like that that are going to trigger other reactions. Those are the things you want to pay attention to.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.